Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to another raid video. Big news, new content is out, the Grim Forest, and I've got some info for you guys. I'll share it right now. I can't show you the exact notes that we were given, so I'll explain through them and we'll see what this is. Basically, it's gonna be new content added into raid, and fortunately for everyone, guys, this will be both normal and hard difficulty plus a much harder difficulty within the hard difficulty, if that makes sense. But I'll explain it as we go through. So Grim Forest, I want you guys to think of it basically like, let me just show you the Cursed City. Okay, this will not be like the Cursed City exactly, but it will be very similar in my eyes, and it's not going to be like linear progression like we have with Doom Tower. So Doom Tower, you have to go and do these specific stages, but with this new mode, the Grim Forest, what they will be adding into this one is you'll have access to this, by the way, from level 55 and higher, and there's going to be different difficulties. But the way that this is going to work is that you won't know what you're facing as you are going through. So imagine this Cursed City where you see all of these stages. You won't know what you're facing except for the surrounding area. So for example, you'll be going through the stages, but you won't know that there's, you know, these additional stages like C12 here, C11, C9. You might see C7, but you won't know that if you do C7, you'll be able to do C12. And as you push through and complete these stages, there's going to be different rewards throughout. So that's how it's going to work. But the rewards are going to be very different to what we have like on the Doom Tower and the Cursed City. You will be able to take your squads in there, your champions, but only select champions. So unlike the Cursed City or the Doom Tower you can take any champion you want. Cursed City, you can take specific factions. For this one, I'm imagining from what they're describing that you will only be able to take specific champions that you select at the start of the rotation. So the rotation will be monthly, similar to Doom Tower, similar to Cursed City, but the layouts of the map will be changing. So it's not going to be like we know Cursed City is all of these stages. We won't know that, right? Unfortunately, but we'll know that this will be changing. I'm not sure if it's going to be like 4-month rotation and basically after a while we'll know what we're facing. I don't know if they're going to be designing these as they go every single month. It sounds like a lot of work, but at least that will provide us with a lot of, you know, things to talk about within the clans and for content as well, in the sense of, okay, we need to be making all of this in the sense of, you know, strategies and what champions work and all that. But at least we know we're gonna have this content. So as I said, the layout will be changing on each rotation. The normal and hard mode maps will be completely different. So I'm not sure if that means it's going to be completely different in the sense of what enemies you're facing or on the layout. So if you're going to go, let's say, on the left side, on the right side, in the middle. Guys, I'm showing you Cursed City, by the way, just so that I can get you your thought process in the sense of how the map is going to be, because we don't know yet how this is going to work. And there's going to be currency to go through the stages exactly how we have on the Cursed City and the Doom Tower with keys. They're not going to call them keys though. They're going to have a different name for it. Let me just find the name again. It's some weird name. It's going to be called distorted energy. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, but at least it's going to be separate and it's going to be limited in my eyes, in my thought, and I think what they want to do with that is that you don't clear it in one day like we do with the Doom Tower. You can't clear it in one day. You can't clear the Cursed City in one day. So it's going to be very similar to that for sure. And from what I'm reading throughout this is that there's going to be different stages. There's going to be combat stages where it's going to be steel and bloodshed. I'm not sure exactly what they mean by that. And there's going to be different treasures and rewards for those stages. And as you go through the different paths, those are going to be different. The progression is going to be different. The rewards are going to be different. So unfortunately, it's not like I'm giving you guys a lot of information because it's not very clear. They're most probably going to be releasing a video on this very soon, but we didn't get that. We just got you know, and notes about this and some images, which I'll try to show as the video is going. But basically, that's what we got. And what it feels like, it's gonna be like a roguelike if you played any roguelike maps in different games. So those are gonna be important and are gonna be fine in the sense of, all right, we're progressing through, we're becoming stronger as we go. We didn't have this before, and these will be given in the way of treasure chests, which will be including morale boosts and then special boons. So morale boosts, I'm guessing those will power up your champions, and then the boons will be either against your champions or against enemies. So boons against enemies. So I'm not sure about that, but it's pretty cool that you'll be able to progress through, and those treasures, as I said, will be making your account stronger within the map. But there's also going to be things that will make your account stronger outside of the map. So within the map, your account might be a lot stronger. So I'll give you guys another example just so you get your head through this. Is like, we have the affinity bonuses here. I'm not sure if we're gonna get affinity bonuses for this mode, but you're gonna have different things that will be affecting your account outside of it. Whether this is gonna be rewards such as champions, again, it's not clear. Whether this is gonna be rewards such as permanent rewards that make your account stronger, such as 10% attack, 10% defense, again, we don't know that. What I'm saying is exactly what they wrote on the notes for us. So I'm not trying to go outside of what they've told me to get you guys excited. I'm just guessing from the notes that they've given, and that's basically it. And they've also given us lots of lore about this, but I'm not very interested in talking about the lore and just explaining everything about the lore of this new mode. So that is all up to you guys. If you want to, probably somebody else has gone and do that. So again, we'll be getting temporary rewards, which will be resetting monthly. These are going to be pretty cool because those are actually going to be within the map. And then there's going to be permanent rewards, which give you more long-term progression outside of the mode. It's going to help you with that. Basically, that's it for the Grim Forest. I try to cover everything through the notes and give you guys my thoughts. Not much information. We've seen how the map looks. It's gonna be pretty cool in terms of how it feels like. The theme of it feels a lot like the background of the Sylvan Watchers. Like, it's gonna be lots of forest type looking background, and what I imagine is your champions will play a huge role, which ones you select in there. Of course, we don't know the limitations of the champions you'll be able to take in there, because like Curse City, every stage is limited to a specific faction. This one, you might be limited from the start to, let's say, 10 champions, and then maybe as you go, you unlock the possibility to use one more champion, one mythical champion, one support champion, things like that. That's what I'm imagining, or that's how I would design it if I had the ability to design it, right? So very little information was given to us. Again, guys, they given us like 7 slides on this, and basically 3 of them are lore and 2 of them is the actual notes. So and then the other one is like the title. So I can't show you guys those notes. It doesn't say anything more. They told us don't show them the notes. I'm not sure if anybody else showed it, but I'm pretty sure they told us don't show it. So I'm okay with not showing it and for you guys to wait until we get more info. I love this as a player. I love the PvE content. What I'm gonna be honest though is that I don't like the faction wars. I was excited about this at the start, but it felt for me like the faction wars, like some of these stages I keep on spamming, like getting a freeze, 15 freezes for example. It feels so annoying and all that, but I'm going through at a very slow pace with hard mode, like in terms of PvE, because of those limitations. So I hope it doesn't work like that. I hope it's more like the Curse City, which I do enjoy Curse City. I do find it challenging, and sometimes specific champions make this go way easier, but that's basically it, guys. Until we get more information, especially about the long-term progression rewards, I want to know. until we get more information for that, guys, again, it's all guesswork. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. See you guys.